Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm a very tired David Schloss. I just got back from the CES, Consumer Electronics Show, the other day. I have not slept really well, but by the time you're seeing this, Sigma will have just announced this, the massively large and actually pretty amazing Sigma 60-600mm sport lens for the Sony E-Mount. This thing is big and a little bit heavy, but the images it produces are absolutely amazing. I have a full review of this lens coming after I've gotten out to test it a little bit more, but I wanted to share with you some of the images from my first shoot out with the lens. I took this lens, as I often do, to the Central Park Zoo to test the autofocus for a couple of reasons. First of all, the animals there are just adorable and I love them. Second of all, they present a really good challenge to the subject recognition autofocus in a lot of camera systems. So I'm going to show you images from two sets of animals. I'm going to show you some sea lions, and I'm going to show you some snow monkeys. Both of these are really challenging for a lot of camera systems and for a lot of lenses. For camera systems, the eye detect is really difficult on something like a sea lion. So even though there's animal eye detect, the eyes on a sea lion are like back here and their snouts are kind of like here, and so they don't really look exactly like a dog. They don't exactly look like a cat. They look sort of like a sea puppy. This is the best that I can say, with these massive eyes. And so the second animal that I photographed for this was the snow monkeys. And snow monkeys look kind of like a human, but kind of not, at least to an autofocus system. I don't think a snow monkey looks like a person. I'm not that tired. I have a really long history with Sigma lenses like the 60-600mm lens. I've been shooting the Sigma Sport line since it first came out. Sigma sports lenses have always been an affordable choice compared to some of the other lenses in the market for sports photographers, but they've never been a particularly fast focusing lens. This lens really took me by surprise. I did not expect it to focus as well as it did. So I coupled this lens up with the Sony A7R5, and I had the subject recognition modes on. I had the subject recognition, as I said, for animals and for humans on. I did not expect that I would get so many in-focus pictures, especially of the sea lion. It's something that a lot of autofocus systems I've tested have had problems with, but this lens and the camera really did incredibly well with the sea lions and with the monkeys. Another crazy thing that this lens has is 6 stops of image stabilization at the long end and 7 stops of optical image stabilization at the wide end. That is amazing for a lens. Now, it's necessary for a lens because this lens is really very heavy, and when you extend it, it gets even heavier. Also, did you see what I did there? I extended it like this, not like this. And that's because this lens allows you to extend it either way. When I first read about this, I thought they were kidding. They said it allows you to extend the lens by pulling on the tip or something. Probably not that, quite honestly. But close to that. And I was like, what are they saying? I can just pull the lens out from the barrel? But no, this is sculpted to the hand, and you can actually, well, I'd have to have a camera. You can actually focus like this, which is amazing, and it's a little bit of a game changer for these lenses. You can also lock the focus on this lens anywhere along the way, and I just realized that this is starting to sound like a review, and that wasn't my intention. So if there's things that you want to see me talk about in the review of this lens, please leave them in the comments below so I know to address them. If there's something you'd like to see me photograph, leave that as well. I'll try to do my best to get to photograph whatever the subjects are. If you're not a subscriber, please take a second to subscribe below, and if you are a subscriber, welcome back. None of these images have been color corrected. None of them have had noise reduction to them. Only one of them has had sharpening done to them. They've all had a little bit of exposure adjustment to them just to make up for the fact that I underexposed to keep from blowing out the highlights, and also because they're going to look darker on your screen than they look probably on my screen. All right, let's go look at some images. So what do you think about the lens? Did it perform the way you expected it to? What were your thoughts? If you'd like to see more of these honest reviews of products, up here you can find a playlist of all the lens reviews that I've done, and over here you can subscribe to my channel. If you'd like a longer version of these thoughts, you can check that out in my article at Petapixel. Petapixel.com is here on the screen, and I will have the final URL to the article below in the description. As always, I really appreciate you being here for Dave Tries This. I am David Schloss. Thanks so much for giving this a try. 210, 211, 212. Take that, Jared. Who knows photo now, baby? Feel the burn.